guys, today I'm going to be chatting about my favorite vitamin C serums. Lots of these are great for those of you that have oily, acne-prone skin, and I really love vitamin C in a serum format. I'm not really sure why, but if you're kind of curious, is vitamin C right for me? Is such a great ingredient for any skin type, any skin tone, a whole host of skin concerns, which we will get into in this video. If you enjoy this style of video, be sure to subscribe. We'll have more linked down below about my favorite toners, other serums, masks, cleansers, SPFs for oily skin, moisturizers for oily skin. So that will all be linked down below along with a tutorial for this look. And if you're wondering, like I always get the question, like which one's best for me or which one is your favorite? Like these are all kind of my favorites. That's why they're in this video. So when you're trying to figure out which one is right for you, consider the brand. Is it a brand you like? Is it cruelty free? Is it available where you live? Is it a price point you like? What other ingredients are in the serum? What's the texture? Because it can all be overwhelming, and I know I'm presenting a lot of options, but I do really love each and every one of these. So let's go ahead and get started. But let me start with definitely one of my favorites. This is probably one of the first vitamin C's I used quite regularly and saw great results from. But this is why I say figure out what works for you, because this puppy is $105. Well, the full-size one. It is the Drunk Elephant C-Firma Day Serum. It says it firms and brightens. You're getting 15% of the L-ascorbic acid in there. Something that I never realized actually until looking into this one is it also has a pumpkin enzyme in there, which is to help exfoliate the skin. It's also got some vitamin E in there to help hydrate and firm. I can't really speak to the firmness, but I really feel like I used this pretty regularly after I had really bad cystic acne in 2017. Like I've been using this on and off for years, and I really feel like it helped with the brightness of my skin, the overall tone of my skin, like immediately as I put it on, and then over time it really helped reduce my acne scarring. I find this to be incredibly lightweight. I feel like I've seen some people say it's sticky. I don't think I found it to be sticky to the point where like it hindered anything. I try to leave a little bit of time in between my skincare steps. Also nice to bring it down your neck. If you've got any leftover, you can put it on the back of your hands. But I really do enjoy this. I liked the texture of it. I thought it felt really comfortable, and I really did see results. So definitely higher end, but it lives up to the hype for me. This serum, I'd say, would be kind of similar to the Drunk Elephant in the sense that it has not only the vitamin C in there, but it also has some exfoliating properties. And this is the Dr. Belmur Vita Serene Tone Smoothing Serum. And I should also say that vitamin C I recommend using during the day. That is the best time to use it. So this one has your vitamin C in there, but it's also got hyaluronic acid, which is incredibly hydrating and a nice light hydrator, especially if you have oily skin. I would say this has an incredible texture. If you have oily skin, it really absorbs quickly into the skin, still feels hydrating, but doesn't leave really much of a residue or anything, and I feel comfortable putting a moisturizer on over it. It's got the Serine in there, which I believe is a amino acid, I'm pretty sure, which helps with exfoliation, but it's not, again, it doesn't burn. Same with the Drunk Elephant. I never had issues with it burning or feeling like an exfoliator if you're kind of worried about that and have more sensitive skin. It's also got vitamin B in there too, which again is really, really hydrating. So overall, I find this to be a pretty good do-it-all serum in the sense that you're getting some exfoliation, you're getting the brightening from the vitamin C that's going to help with fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots, and you're getting things like vitamin B and hyaluronic acid, which are going to be hydrating on the skin. So this one is a Korean brand too, and I have had great success with Korean skincare. I'm really, really excited that it's gotten more popular and you can kind of get your hands on it a little more easily in Canada. But yeah, really enjoying this one too. Up next, Paulas Choice is a brand that I really, really trust. I recommend to a lot of people. I think they've got just about anything you could need in their collection. I trust the formulations, and it's a great price. If you live in Canada like me, I've had no problems shipping from their website. I don't think I've ever even encountered customs, and again, a good price. So because a lot of these are kind of higher end. So this is the Paulas Choice C15 Super Booster with the 15% vitamin C. This also has a vitamin E in there, and it's super hydrating. This one is probably the most lightweight one that I'm going to mention today. I really like this because it is so lightweight, because it is easy to use. The price point on this one is $49, so again, definitely not like drugstore prices, but not Drunk Elephant, somewhere in between. I used this a long time ago. This is kind of a newer bottle that I've been revisiting. Some of these, like, I haven't used in a little while. Obviously, I'm not using them all at the same time. I need some time to test them all out, but I gotta say, I really love the texture of this. It really absorbs quickly into the skin, and this is something, and all of these that I put on either after a toner or on bare skin after cleansing. This is meant to help with brightening, with hydrating the skin, helping with fine lines, wrinkles, just any kind of overall dullness. It really just kind of brightens things up on your face, and yeah, this is another great one. And I should also say they also recommend, this is kind of called a booster, so you can put this into your moisturizer. I do that with all of them sometimes, depending on how lazy I am in the morning. This is also never tested on animals, fragrance-free, and the Drunk Elephant is cruelty-free as well. Then from Oola Henrikson, this is their Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. This is a newer one to their line. I do like their Truth Serum as well, which is a vitamin C, but I think I like this one a little bit more. I really like the texture on this. It's a little bit, I don't want to say creamier and scare you away thinking it's too heavy, but it has almost a lotiony vibe, and I like that it has the look of brightening as soon as I put it on my face, as opposed to the Truth Serum, which you get the brightening, but you don't get like the immediate look to your skin. So this is the Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. This has 15% vitamin C in it as well, which is generally the standard, anywhere between 10 and 15%. This one, however, has 5% PHAs, which for me anyways, they're a little bit newer to me as an ingredient, but they kind of describe it as an alternative to an AHA, which is going to help with exfoliating dead skin cells, and that in addition to the vitamin C is obviously going to help reveal brighter skin if you're having issues with dullness. But again, it has a similar texture actually to their Banana Bright Primer, if that makes sense. Like I would consider this almost like a primary style product, or something that I would put on its own, and it just kind of does a little something. It's got a really great texture, but this also has hyaluronic acid in there, so you are getting that kind of double. If you do tend to layer your serums with like a hyaluronic acid and a vitamin C, it's nice to have a bunch of things in here at once. I do also want to mention, of course, especially if you're using things with exfoliators in there, wearing your SPF is really important, because if you're working on reducing acne scars or fine lines, wrinkles, things like that, vitamin C can only do so much, and you want to kind of protect what you're working on, and SPF is really, really important to that, even if you are staying home all the time like me. I'm trying to keep up with it even though I'm staying at home, but I will have some SPF videos listed down below. But if you were curious, I do really like this one, and I think I like it a little bit more than their original. Oh, and this one is also cruelty-free and vegan. A brand that I really love, really trust, is Canadian. I believe it to be affordable, found at Shoppers Drug Mart, has launched a vitamin C. This is the newest one to me, so I haven't had honestly near as much time with this one, but I did want to mention it. It is the vitamin C brightening drops from Indeed Labs. Now, they already have a vitamin C product that's really, really popular. I've never tried it, but they said it's not being discontinued if you're worried. But this is never tested on animals. It's fragrance-free, colorant-free, and it is $19, which is just awesome. And it goes on sale, like Indeed Labs goes on sale quite often at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can purchase it online as well. This one says that it contains a vitamin C that is actually more powerful than the ascorbic acid, which is kind of the more common form of vitamin C. I mean, I can't totally attest to that. I'll take their word for it. But again, you're getting hydrating ingredients in here too. There's no exfoliators in here that I can tell. They said there's hyaluronic acid in here, volcanic soil. It does help to even the skin tone, hyperpigmentation, firmness, fine lines. I mean, they're all going to have pretty similar claims. It's just a matter of like which one appeals to you most, which texture. It also says that this one is non-oxidizing, which is a problem that you can run into in certain forms of vitamin C. That's why most vitamin C products you'll see will have won't have a glass bottle, because it can oxidize, and vitamin C products tend to lose their power or efficiency over time as well. So you kind of want to follow, like a lot of them have the little 6-month thing on the back, so you can't kind of hold on to it as long as you might other products, or at least you won't get that same absorbency and effectiveness. But this is definitely a really great option from the drugstore. La Roche-Posay also makes a vitamin C, which I have never tried, and Pixi makes one too, which I like, but I wouldn't say I like it as much as these ones. Este Lauder is very well known for their Advanced Night Repair Serum, which is incredible. Such a great one. They actually just reformulated that. I haven't had much of a chance to play around with it yet, but was it this year? I have no idea, honestly. Time is just slipping away. But this is the Estee Lauder Perfectionist Pro Rapid Brightening Treatment with Ferment 2 plus Vitamin C. They say that this is ultra lightweight, which I would absolutely agree with. Really lightweight. You're getting hyaluronic acid in here, which is super, super hydrating. Hyaluronic acid is another ingredient along with vitamin C that I recommend to any skin type. It also has the Ferment 2 in there, which I'm not sure if that's like their proprietary ingredient or something like that, but that's also supposed to help with the clarity of the skin, the dullness, the brightness, the fine lines, but also meant to be very hydrating. They say that it hydrates for 48 hours. I can't totally speak to that because I wash my face once, twice a day, but I do really, really like this. Another high-end option, but if you were kind of curious about this one, I did have great results with this. I used this at the beginning portion of this year, so it must have been this year that it launched, but this is really, really nice, and they recommend using this AM and PM, but for me, I generally use my vitamin C in the day, and then I'll use some kind of more exfoliating, like an AHA or something like that at night. So there you have it. Those are my favorite vitamin C serums. Let me know down below what your favorites are, especially if you've got some drugstore versions. I know like Decium has them, and also the Inky List, but those are kind of more in a cream format. I tend to like my vitamin C's in this style of format, so that's why I don't have any mentions from those brands, but they do make great products, and that's why I was so happy to see the Indeed Labs one as a more affordable option. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!